God bless your heart. Welcome to another edition of the 5 Minute Message. I'm Pastor Gary W. Lee Sr. Here we will endeavor to elaborate on a passage of Scripture, a theme, or a thought, and do it all in 5 minutes or less, somewhere in around that area. Don't take God a long time to do anything. Here the motto is the messages are long enough to bless you, but short enough to keep you interested. So let's get right directly into the message. I don't have a particular text that I want to take on today, but I want to focus on a theme, and that theme would be bless somebody else. Bless somebody else. We're living in a day and time where people are selfish and self-centered. It's me, myself, and I, and we don't have time to be a blessing to someone else. We don't have time to help or to share or to elaborate with something that's going to bless somebody else. We're not going to pour in to anybody else. So here today we're going to talk about bless somebody else. I want to share a story with you real briefly. I love the ESPN show E60, and on those episodes, E60, they have a segment that's called Tell Me a Story, and they have some athlete tell a story of something that he or she experienced. And a few months ago, I saw a segment with Jason Williams telling the story, former NBA player Jason Williams. And let me clarify, there were a few Jason Williams that actually played at the same time. I'm not talking about the white guy, White Chocolate. Oh, he was really good. Great shooter, great passer, guy known for doing the elbow pass. I'm not talking about him. Neither am I talking about the Jason Williams that went to jail, that killed someone. I believe it was an accident, accidentally killed the limo driver. Didn't do a lot of time, but he did do some jail time. Not talking about him, but I'm talking about the Jason Williams that went to the University of Duke. And so played for Chicago for a very brief period. His career was cut short due to a motorcycle accident that ended his career. But I want to talk about the incident when he was at the University of Duke in 2002. Coach K had assembled the players together, and he wanted to make sure they were on the same page. So he asked them individually what were their goals or their dreams for 2002. And when it came around to Jason Williams, he stood up boldly before all of his teammates and declared that his dream, his goal, his endeavor was to win the 2002 NCAA championship, and that his dream or his goal was to have possession of the ball and throw the ball up as high as he can just as the seconds ticked off the clock and they became victorious. And as fate would have it, they made it to the championship, and they played either Arizona or Arizona State. Doesn't really matter. But anyway, toward the end of the game, Duke was definitely going to win the game. And there were 40,000 people plus cheering in the arena for Duke at the top of their lungs. And somehow he was able to hear his teammate calling his name. His teammate just happened to have the ball with 15 seconds left on the clock. And he was calling Jason's name, and he was jumping up and down. They actually had the footage. He was trying to get his attention, and he was waving for him, come here, come here. And somehow Jason heard him calling his name, and he rushed over to his teammate. And his teammate, selfishly, that's the word, without thought of himself, he could have been the one that ended the game with the ball in his hand and did whatever he wanted to. But he knew that that was his teammate's dream and his goal. And he decided, I want to be a blessing to this young man. And he called him over. And with 15 seconds left in the game, he handed his teammate the ball. and Jason Williams was able to watch the clock dwindle down, and just before it got to 0, he was able to throw the ball up as high as he could in the air. Wouldn't it be good if we were all like that? If we thought about someone else, if we thought about blessing someone else, if we thought about helping and encouraging and uplifting someone else, even if it was at our expense, even if it meant that we had to take down a peg or two, or we would have to go in the shadows. But I want to see somebody else blessed. I want to see someone else elevated. I want to see someone else touched by God. If you're blessed, I'm blessed. If you're elevated, I'm elevated. If you're touched, I'm touched. God will pour you out a blessing that you won't have room to receive. So what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to turn around and bless somebody when you don't have enough room. God bless you. I hope that encouraged someone. Be a blessing to somebody else. Stop thinking about yourself and what floats your boat, and think about someone else, what you can do that can change their life, that can be a blessing to them, that can encourage them, that can keep them holding on just a little while longer. If this has been a blessing to you, share it with someone else. Also, I encourage you to go to one of my domains, PastorGaryLee.org or GaryLeeMinistries.org. Both of those domains will send you to my YouTube page, where you will find a plethora of more videos, 5-minute messages mainly, but there's some other groovy stuff in there for you too. God bless you. If you want to email me at PastorGary@reborn.com. God bless you, and Jesus love you. And remember, bless somebody else. Be good now.